Hello, sweet people! I do have my thinking cap on, my investigation cap, because today we're gonna do some research. And in the center of the attention is the prime item. This is the GM550E. This one, the GM320, can only do from minus 50 up to 380 degrees Celsius. And in Fahrenheit, that's minus 58 up to 716 Fahrenheit. While this one, the GM550E, can go from minus 50, which is the same, up to 550 Celsius. And minus 58 Fahrenheit up to 1022 Fahrenheit. The second main reason that you want to buy this one has a clocked-in emissivity. You can only measure certain surfaces or materials correctly, because this one is clocked in at 0.95, so that's an all-around emissivity. This is an adjustable emissivity 0.1 to 1, where you can see the emissivity from aluminium foil is 0.03, and that's far off from the bottom from 0.96, which is water. The GM320 can be handy in a lot of situations, but for copper, polished copper, you can't measure that with the other device. Polished silver is the same. The emissivity goes wrong when it's shiny. So I think we can commence to the test, unbox this, and do some tests with this and this and this and this and this. I must say up front, I won't come to a conclusion. What comes with the package? The meters and the instruction manual. So the infrared thermometer is used for measuring the temperature of the object surface without contact safely and quickly. Warnings. Distance to spot size. When take measurements, pay attention to the distance to spot size, as the distance d. If you move 300 mm, the spot size will become 38 mm. This unit is equipped with a laser, which is used for aiming. But I can already tell you it's not accurate. You need to go a little bit under the laser spots. Emissivity. Most organic materials and painted or oxidized surfaces have an emissivity of 0.95. And that's where this sheep, the smallest one, is set for. This has no setting for emissivity. So this will be always at 0.95. More about that later. And this one has a variable emissivity, so you can set the emissivity yourself from 0.1 to 1. Inaccurate readings will result from measuring shiny or polished metal surfaces. To compensate for this, adjust the unit's emissivity reading or cover the surface to be measured with masking tape or flat black paint. Measure the tape or painted surface when the tape or painted reach the same temperature as the material underneath. So, 0.95, you have ceramic, concrete, copper, dirt is 0.94, plastic, rubber, paper, those have the standard emissivity of 0.95. But then you have aluminium, like here, we have aluminium. If you want to measure that, you need to set your emissivity to 0.30. Otherwise, you're going to have a wrong reading. This was the most strong point for me to buy an upgraded one, to have a variable emissivity. So in an operation, you can check here the operation. LCD display buttons. So you have 4 buttons. The middle ones are for up and down, and the left and right one is for menus. And then all the text. Just pause when you want to read something. Let's go over to the specs a little bit. So this one, this big one, has a range from minus 50 up to 550 degrees Celsius. So, and the accuracy is plus minus 1.5 degrees Celsius. And then you have a resolution up to 1 decimal, and then the emissivity is 0.1 to 1, and then the 0.95 is the preset. Distance to spot, we read that, that's 12 to 1. And it needs a 9-volt alkaline battery. Something like this. Okay, let's put in the batteries first. And here you can put in the 9-volt battery. That's the protection on his pin. It's a little bit funny. And now we can fire it up. We fire it up just by pressing the button. So now at the moment, this table is 21.8 degrees Celsius. And here you can see the emissivity is set at 0.95. And that's perfect for this surface. White paper is 0.95. And that says already a different reading. 23. And right next to it, it's lowering to 22.3. That's a high difference. If we do that with a smaller one, let's have them hand in hand. The right one is the old one, the left one is the unboxed one. I'm pressing both buttons and I'm pointing them both at the same paper. And we have a very highly different reading. Let's go next to the paper. So 22.4 and then 20.5. 23. The difference is enormous. So, and this is measuring 24 degrees. 22. Yeah, I pressed it with my thumb so the heat from my skin came through. And this is settling at 19 degrees. Which is a quite difference. 22. to 19. This is even 23. That's a high difference. I trust this more than these two. But the one that I trust the most is this medical. When you use this for very accurate reading, you have a very narrow accuracy point, measuring range, but you can set it at home and then you can have a wider range. So, but I trust this the most from all three these devices. Let's try this. I'm gonna measure it. This is 22.9. So this one is the closest then. 23.1. 22.1. So yeah. 22.3. Let's try the accuracy, the high accuracy mode. Let's try if it can measure. Too low. 23 is too low for the highly accuracy. Because this is a thermometer for your body. This is for measuring fever. So let's try that. Let's try the skin. I'm gonna tape this down to my skin. And let's try that. This is 36.9, what your body needs to be. So where is the difference? I trust this the most. This is highly accurate. You can check this with quick thermometers, so if you do that with this one. 34.3. 35.4. So this one is closest to it, the new one. But what with this one? What's up with? Hubba hubba! Oh my god! I'm just showing you with the means that I have. Make your own conclusions about this device. I use it for a couple of years now, the small one, and I like it. It gives me a good indicator. And sometimes it's pretty accurate at certain degrees. And you start you kind of start to learn that. Can we measure a soldering iron? This is heating up nicely. 200 degrees. Cold. I have something in the freezer. Ice. And then we need an emissivity for ice. 0.98. I placed a wrench in the fridge as well. I'm gonna use black masking tape to lock the thermocouple in place. The thermocouple is the Mastech. This is still measuring 1. I don't believe that. So on the iron itself, the old one, the small one, is measuring around 5 degrees, and on the masking tape, -10. And that's gonna be more correct, -10. On EMS 0.95. So, but let's first check this. Straight on the metal. It says 10 degrees. Crazy, right? That's totally not accurate. And then on the black masking tape, we have -5. Well, this is saying -1. But let's set the emissivity on iron, which is 70. This is clearly iron. So now without the black masking tape, we get 3 degrees. So that's totally not correct. Here we get like -3. If you're really close. 1 on the black masking tape, we get -16, and that's gonna be very accurate. That's gonna be my fridge, my freezer's temperature. That's gonna be quite accurate. I'm lucky this glass didn't break, I think. Now, how can we measure that with this? This is -10 at 0.95, but I'm gonna set the emissivity at ice, which is 0.98. And now we get -7.7. This one is saying -10. At emissivity 0.95. Let's try that with this medical thing. Too low. Okay, if you say so. Yeah. If you do the emissivity for water, you get a higher reading. If you measure with the emissivity for ice, you get a lower reading. So yeah, I don't know, boiling water. That's exactly 100 degrees. Let's try that. Okay, this is boiling water. I even preheated the glass, so that was warm. The Mastech is saying 82 degrees. I set the emissivity on the meter 0.93. And now we're having 80.1. It's a little bit, maybe with the lighting, but 79.1. So that's really close to the Mastech. Oh, okay. So the Mastech is saying 80 degrees Celsius. And if we do that with this one, we're getting 80.4 with the emissivity at 0.93. So that's really close. This one is standard at 0.95 emissivity. And we're getting 77.4. Let's try that with the emissivity here on 95 as well. Let's see if we come closer to that or that. So we're getting 76.2. Let's do them exactly the same time because they're almost identical. With the Mastech as well. Let's try that with the most accurate device I have. In the home setting, not on the body. 72.3. I could make a movie with hot water and tell you guys that this is all perfectly viable to buy. But it's not. It's all different. Now with the hot water it seems to be coming together. Now of course we have the best reading possible with this thermocouple because it's surrounded with the heat, not on one side. This metal pin is not on one side. So yeah, we get the top reading from this Mastech, this thermocouple. And I think we're at the optimal range of these devices, between 80 and 100, 120. That's my conclusion. What happens if you put an ice cube in that hot water? I have no idea. No, I'm not gonna pour in hot water in the ice cold glass. I'm not gonna clean up glass. Yeah, you wanna see that, but not on the table. I wanna do that. If you wanna see that, I wanna do that, but then I need a little bit more likes. I need at least 100 likes on this video. So, but we had one more experiment here. I have here a coil, an induction coil. So when I put iron in here, it's gonna be heated. It has two very large capacitors, and then they shaved off the MOSFETs. I don't know why. They shaved it off. Let's go to the end of these devices. This can go up to 550, this can go up to 380. So I'm gonna power this. This is only up to 12 volts. So I'm gonna power that with my 12 volts. Like so. Then I'm gonna put in this bolt. Maybe you're gonna see that the light's gonna flicker or that it's gonna get a little bit dimmer because this is gonna use a lot of my power supply that's also powering my lights, my LED wall. I even hear the power supply now. It's starting to go red hot. Can you see that? Yeah, it's a little bit red hotish. Yeah, you can see that. I hope this is not gonna go nuclear because I'm actually only 30 centimeters away from this red hot iron. You can clearly see the red hot bolt. And that it's lit off this paper in no time. This is taking everything of this power supply. But the problem also is that the power supply is also powering that camera. So how hot is this? Can I go in there with this thermocouple? 500. And then it's burning the, the electric wire. So I've seen 550. Let's try the small one. Too high. So at least over 380. The big one up to 550. Let's do maximum. So the maximum I've seen was 434. So we didn't max this out, but we tried the small ones first. Let's heat it up one more time, and that's the last time because this device is not meant to be constantly used. This is getting really hot. Let's try. Nope. The maximum we got it was 518 degrees. I think we proved the point here. You can see the Mastech with the thermocouple. And this one is saying 265 and dropping, of course. And now it's close again together. 262. That we need to do. Nice. Nice. Let's get it red hot once more and get it in that water. Okay, this is nice and red. You can't see that on camera, there is too much light. Let's put it in the water. That's so violent. It's still hot. Hot, 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 hot. I wouldn't take a bet with them. Let's say somebody's saying this is 300 degrees. No, I bet not. And you measure it with this, and then you're gonna measure with professional gear. I don't gonna trust this. But it gives you a very good indicator. And sometimes it's correct, but I just can't tell you when. I like having this around to have a fast and easy measurement. Instead of taking your thermocouple, connect it to your multimeter, taking your multimeter, and this is just click up and it's on. And it's there. It's hanging there all the time, right next to my sound lever meter. It's just hanging there. And of course, my RPM meter. So, but yeah, I like this device. What? Minus 200, what? Minus 1200 degrees centigrade? What? What the hell? What? What? Oh. Whoa. Whoa. Can you see that? Whoa. Whoa. This device just ruins this multimeter, this induction. Whoa, man. Whoa. Check this one out. This is an induction spiral, an induction coil. Whoa. Whoa. Minus 2500 degrees. Whoa. What is doing? Whoa, man. Did you catch that? Bam! Minus 3000 degrees. Overload. I don't think I need to do that. I think I'm gonna ruin that multimeter. On that bombshell, I'm gonna shut off this video. That was really fun. I had fun. I found out that these thermometers are not worth what they're saying they're worth. I now know that the thermocouple is... I don't know what to say about that. It's just not accurate. I hope you had something on this movie. Give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. Bye. Thank you. I'm Tekker from Nerdiasm. Can we measure a soldering iron? This is heating up nicely. 200 degrees. So this soldering iron is hot enough to melt solder. Can we measure the tip? Okay, I'm measuring 150. What is the thermocouple saying? What? 500? No. No way. This is never 500. What? What? This is never 500. Ever. It's 150. What? What is it measuring? It's going to 500 degrees. What? I can believe 192. I really can believe that. 250. It's getting really hot though, this iron. It's melting solder really rapidly. So maybe it can go up to 350, but not 500. It's for sure not 500. No. Okay. No, I can't believe this. Let's have another test with another solder iron. This takes a little bit to heat up. Almost 100 degrees. Could it be that the other one was 500 degrees? Because this is settling at 200 degrees, which is perfectly normal for a standard non-settable, not non-adjustable soldering iron. Because this will melt the solder. So yeah, now let's measure it with this small device. This is only measuring 145.50. It's a little bit low. Normally it's a little bit high. Well, this is also measuring around 160. What? It's going up to 280. Yeah, it feels working normally. Yeah, I'm only getting 180, and that's not right. No, it's 280. Let's set the emissivity to iron 0.70, and the settings are like, and you do the settings like this. You press the AMS, you go to what we say 70, and you press EMS again. And now we're going up to, can you see that? Let's put maximum is 234. 241. That's our maximum. In the bottom right corner, 241. And we only get, and we get 320. And that sounds a little bit high though. And this is on emissivity 0.95, yeah. But you could see there was a difference between the emissivity 0.95 and the emissivity from iron 0.70. That was already a lot closer to what we need. Maybe this shiny point is maybe not iron. It's maybe more like between aluminium and iron, maybe. Oh, and the emissivity starts again at 0.95. So if you take 0.50, that's right in between aluminium and iron. 0.50. Let's measure the tip again. What's the maximum? Then we measure 304.5 average. No, maximum. Yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit shiny. And I don't know if this is iron. Oh no, this is actually some sort of LED. LED. Not LED, but LED. The material LED. It's my pronunciation that's probably wrong. It's not really LED, it's solder, but maybe you can compare it with that, because now we're getting really close to the correct measurement from the Mastech. So I don't know. Brass. Yeah, it's some sort of brass. So then we're getting close together, but yeah, well. You need to make your own conclusions. I'm not gonna make them. I use the device like set. And I'm happy with it. I'm not using it for accuracy. I don't really have anything that can measure accurate temperature. So, yeah. Okay, let's do another test.